Alright, so I'm out here again with this 25-06. I featured this rifle a few months ago on the channel. I'll put a link in the description to that video if you'd like to check out the review video of the rifle. But this is a Savage 110 chassis, but it's a custom stock and barrel. I'll have to pop that up because I got to go back and check, remember what it is. I believe Boyd stock and a Shaw barrel, that's what it is. No, but the last video was just kind of a review video. I can't recall how far we shot it. I think only 100 yards or something like that. So I made mention in that video I would be coming out here at a later date to attempt 500. So that's what we're going to do today. And if you are a returning viewer, you're in for a little surprise today. I finally upgraded my camera, or phone I should say. So we have way better zoom now. So now I can zoom clear down there 500 yards and you can see my target and hopefully the hits. This is as far in as I can zoom currently, but it's way better than the old phone. So we should be able to see hits on that too, I'm thinking, because it's so white and I got the sun on it if I hurry up here. So I'll be using the Hornady Precision Hunter. It's the 110 grain ELD-X bullet there. Sorry I had you guys in the shade. And there's your performance on the cartridge there. We have a 200 yard zero, I believe. I don't know, I have to check that now. I can't remember exactly. I either sighted it in high for 100 yards like it says there, so that it was going to be roughly a 200 yard zero, or I can't remember honestly if I even brought it out here in the review video or not. But regardless, we should be pretty well zeroed for 200 yards there. And then there's our drop at 500 yards. This is a real plain Jane scope here. It just has a 30-30 reticle. So I don't have the mil dots or anything like that to use out there. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, either aim high or maybe give it some adjustment on the scope there. I may do that. Yeah, but this is just a cringe Tasco 6-18 by 50. I don't have a problem with their products. I use them a lot, but I know some of you guys don't like Tasco. Anyways, that's what it is, just a 30-30 reticle. And you know, actually, part of the reason I like the 25-06 so much is because of just how flat it shoots. So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm only supposed to have 35 inches of drop at 500 yards, I'm just going to aim a little over the plate with that 30-30 reticle, and hopefully that'll be good enough to get good hits out there at 500 yards. And I like doing that too, because if you're ever out in the field, if I'm ever out in the field with this thing hunting big game or whatever I may be hunting, and it's 0 for 200 yards, and then all of a sudden I got a shot out there at 500 yards and I only got a few seconds to take the shot. You know, you never know if the animal is going to move in just a few seconds or not. So a lot of times out in the field, you don't have time to sit there and mess with the scope and you know, give it the clicks up to get it where it should be for 500 yards. So a lot of times you just got to aim high and take your shot. Of course, that's where the mil dot reticles and BDC reticles come in handy. So you can just be like, oh yeah, it's 500 yards, I need to use this spot. But like I said, what I'm working with today is just a cheap Tasco with a 30-30 reticle, and it is a 18 power. But this thing doesn't fit in any of my cases. I need to get bigger cases. So I had the scope off of it. It's now reinstalled. So what I'm going to do, I set my target up here at 100 yards. I'm going to take some shots at that. That is a shooting C, so as long as we're hitting black there, should be able to see point of impact. So I'm going to double check the zero real quick, make sure we're good there. Again, it's a 200 yard zero, so it should be a little bit high at 100, but I want to check to make sure we're still zeroed before I attempt those shots. So I actually got two of these American whitetail left. They are a little bit heavier, 117, but within 200 yards, it's pretty much the same impact point. So I'm going to go ahead and use those last two to check our 0 to 100 yards here. All right, here we go. I just take those two shots at the center there. Okay, so those two shots are right about where we want them, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches high at 100 there. That one, the second one, I think I flung a little off to the left there, but we'll keep an eye on that further out, see if that's an issue or not. But like I said, it's zeroed for those ELD-X bullets, not the American whitetail, so that could have something to do with it. But I'll get loaded up with those ELDs and we'll take some shots out there 500, see what we can do. That is rangefinder confirmed, 500 yards. So I'm just going to aim high. Like I said, it says it'll be about 35 inches low. So I'm going to aim about, well, not quite 35 inches high, because then that would put us hitting the very top of the plate or the very edge. But I'll find a point out there to aim roughly where I need to, and hopefully we'll get some hits. All right, here we go. Should be able to see that white 20-inch steel gong down there in the center of that 500-yard mound. Well, I didn't see anything, so I'm assuming I was too high. I'm going to bring it down some. Oh, I am happy with that. All three shots right next to each other. And I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can see it in the camera there. You can see the wind down there. So that's about a 5-mile-an-hour crosswind today. So sometimes it kicks up, sometimes it dies down. But those shots, at least those last two there, were definitely with the wind. But anyways, let's go down there and check it out. All right, so here we are. Oh man, that is a tight group. I got small hands, so that is probably smaller than what it looks. Again, this is a 22-inch gong, but that's about 3.5, 4 inches apart. So we got a 4-inch group at 500 yards, which is sub MOA. I also haven't shot this rifle a whole lot, a box or two of ammo, not even that. So I'm still getting used to it, and that thing just shoots phenomenally. So next up, I got to go to another range and try for 1,000. I haven't done 1,000 yet, but that rifle's certainly capable, so I'm excited about that. Eventually, we will have that coming up. But yeah, I'm just floored with the results there. And like I said, slight breeze too, which obviously, of course, see now there's none. And like I said, it was kicking up and then dying off. So I'm not sure if that's why those two went a little off, or maybe just because it was my first shot. That first one was a little more left than those two, but regardless, still sub MOA. And also pretty steady off of that bag, but still not 100% perfect. So even though we got a 4-inch group here maximum at 500 yards, under perfect conditions, if you will, it could group even tighter. So that's extremely impressive to me. And also, that didn't even drop as much as it said. I was only aiming, like I said, 30-30 reticle. I was only aiming at the top of the mound there. I was just a few inches over that, aiming with the center crosshair, and we were hitting that. And that's a 22-inch circumference, or, well, diameter, whatever you would call it. It's 22 inches from top to bottom there. So only aiming a few inches over there, it's only dropping like 22 to 25 inches. So it's not even dropping as much as it said. It said it should drop 35 inches. So I don't know, it likes that barrel or whatever, but that's even better. The thing's even flatter shooting than what it's supposed to be. So that's also awesome. All right, well, that's going to do it. 6 shots and the video's over. That's all I needed to see. So next up, 1,000 yards. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate you as always. If you want to get yourself anything you see in the video, steel target, paper targets, anything, the bag there, anything you see me use in the videos, links in the description, including new recording device. But anyways, appreciate you guys as always, and I hope to see you on the next one.